I'm Dylan Black. Now, before you hit the stores or go online for your holiday purchases, make sure you avoid debt, or try to at least. With some helpful tips, we say hello to Bolduc, who's the Senior Vice President, licensed insolvency trustee of BDO First Call Debt Solutions. How are you?
I'm well.
Did I get that all in? That's a big title.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You got that right.
So, BDO First Call Debt Solutions. So, where are you located in the city?
We're located at 180 Kent, and we've got offices across Eastern Ontario.
Okay. So, when it comes to debt at this time of year, you've got some staggering statistics on how people just don't seem to care, it almost seems.
Yeah, we do. A couple of months ago, we came out with our first affordability index. And what we found is that almost 50% of workers live paycheck to paycheck. 3/4 of Canadians have debt. A third of them have trouble affording the basic necessities. And 1/4 of them feel overwhelmed by their debt. So when you combine that with statistics that are coming out recently where people say almost half plan to spend more this year on the holidays than last year, on gifts, travel, entertaining, it's troubling, especially in this rising interest rate environment and people carrying so much debt.
I even read as well, when it comes to toys, 40% of people are planning on spending more on even toys this season.
Yes.
That's incredible. So that's going to put people in debt.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're one of these 1 in 2 Canadians that are living paycheck to paycheck.
Okay. So how can you help someone determine what they should be spending this holiday season?
Well, number one is people need to have a budget before going into the holiday season. If you've already started spending money, it's not too late to have a budget now and look at what you've spent. And more importantly, it's important to stick to that budget. So a rule of thumb that people need to have is probably 1% to 1.5% of your gross income is suggested. So if you're earning $60,000 a year, for example, that would be $600 to $900. Everyone's going to be different. It depends on your budget and what you can afford, but that's a good rule of thumb.
Okay, what about, obviously, I mean, track spending, comparison shopping, I mean, all these things. They sound like they should be everyday common knowledge things, though, correct?
They are, but you know, you have to look at ways to save. And one of the things, it's common sense, but start shopping early. You know, you'll compare. You'll be less likely to do impulse shopping. You know, you'll be looking at making the best purchase possible as opposed to just getting something. If you're shopping, you know, on the 24th, for example. The other thing you may want to do is to, you know, avoid credit. So, you know, if you have trouble, you know, with your credit card, or it's too easy to shop with your credit card, use cash. Or if you do use credit, make sure that you can pay it off the following month when the bill comes in. Because if the balance goes off and you're not paying it, you're going to be paying a lot more for these purchases.
Can you tell me what FOMO is? Am I saying that correct? FOMO?
FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
You know, we call it, there's such a thing called festive FOMO. You know, it's where people get anxiety around big events, either by looking on social media or seeing commercials. You know, we get inundated with this stuff about people having a great time, you know, the newest tablets with the best features. So people have a fear of missing out, and it often motivates people to maybe spend more money than they would usually. You know, for example, I was looking at the latest Apple tablet recently. You know, you can get the brand new one for $1,200. It opens up when you look at it, but then you compare. If you get the model before that, it's half the price, $600. You know, you have to do your print instead of looking at it, but it still does the same basic things. So if you're getting it for, let's say, a child in the family, you know, you may say, well, maybe his friends are going to get the top line tablet. You don't want him to miss out or feel left out. So that often motivates people to make the wrong decision, especially when you can't afford it.
It's probably better to be able to pay rent as well than to have that top-notch doodad you're talking about right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I also read 60% of people are saying that they're willing to go into debt over the holidays. So is that just our way of thinking in this society?
A bit of it is, yes. Also, with children, it can be difficult or challenging for some parents. I think it's 50% that whatever's on their child's wish list, they'll go out and get it no matter what the cost.
Wow.
And it's that type of behavior that usually will lead to that. But that's not a good thing. Actually, parents should use that as an opportunity to teach lessons to their kids about wants versus needs and all those good things.
And of course, you're willing to meet with people and help them out?
Absolutely. That's what we do. We help people manage their debt and get out of debt.
Debtsolutions.bdo.ca. Thank you, Andre. And thank you.